You have to say blood before you finish your sentence. Yeah, cuz, what the fuck you talking about?
None of the artists were built the way they were. Even Shug. Shug was an actor. He perpetrated. I'm gonna be honest. He learned. He had the dudes with him. That was his backup. But Shug wasn't built.
He started claiming mob when he got back from college when he was 23 years old.
That's James' fault.
And I really do say I take the blame for it. It is my fault. It's my fault for bringing Shug. Now, Shug lived in the hood, and everybody get it twisted. When Shug came to me when I got out of prison in '88, I introduced Shug to people he didn't know.
Yeah.
And that's what got Shug. Shug took it upon himself to start mingling and dealing with other people and saying what he can do and what he's going to do.
But you knew Shug from before then?
Yeah.
But your brother didn't know Shug from before then?
No, Shug, that's how Shug
rode motorcycles and all that. And went to school in Linwood. But let me just say this about Shug. Shug went to school in Linwood. But let me just say this about Shug. Shug had Ronald and Donald, his cousins, the twins.
With the business.
And so they were big. We were at Linwood, which was kind of a nice school. That's why we didn't go to Dominguez. We went to the nicer school. And we was playing football and stuff like that. But they wasn't no punks on that campus. The Knights did have
Shug used to start shit at Linwood, and Ronald and Donald used to fix that shit.
Yeah.
Ron and Don. You got the Knights, and then you got the Jacksons.
Yeah.
You remember the twins?
I remember
Ronald and Donald Jackson?
I remember the Jackson. Yeah.
All was with the business.
Yeah.
But even Shug. So by introducing Shug to all these bloods, he was just like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? He was blown away. Shug wasn't wearing red suits and all this other shit.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing that. He was more calm.
And so I'm saying he wasn't on the game banging aspect, but he still had a little size on him, and he would be the mouthier one. But he did have his backup with his cousins, and then those
Shug took advantage of the situation.
Yeah.
Okay, I got all these motherfuckers. Now I can recruit other motherfuckers. But you got the best of the best. When Juju and Buntry and Neckbone and the weakest link is Trayvon. When you got all these motherfucking hitters and all these guys coming, I ain't gonna say Trayvon ain't gonna do what he have to do, but now Shug feel like, okay, I can be this person. So they turn into a goddamn Scarface.
He had a crew, and then he got exposed once he lost his crew. And no disrespect to the different lanes and all of them, but that's who he started hanging with, and he was promising them stuff, and they were thinking, okay, he gonna make us this, or he gonna put this album out for us, and he gonna do this. And then they started falling off, and and he'll go, and that's why at the end he was running around with different Bloods or Pyru members and not anybody from the hood.
Shug got caught up at the
and that's why he got knocked out by the barber, or that's why he got knocked out by that boy, the guy in the Super Bowl.
Like I said, if you don't have a plan B. If you gonna be a fucking thug, and you talking all this shit, talking all this shit, and people tired of that shit now. Now you got to prove yourself to me, which what it should be. Now plan B. If you don't got plan B, you finna get your ass whooped. Now you ain't nothing but a shit talking. You running your mouth. Fuck you. You ain't finna do nothing. So that's what happened to Shug. At the end of the day, your status is gone. All these guys is gone. All you have to do is look to your side and motherfuckers is taking off on people. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to fight. You not gonna never lose a fight when you got 15 niggas beating the shit out of one nigga and you jump in. You not finna lose. But Shug has socked some motherfuckers. But goddamn, I'm not finna fight you back on all these motherfuckers. But motherfuckers in Vegas.
I wonder if Shug ever took a fair fade, one-on-one, head up with somebody.
We had a fight with the Rams, and Shug came all the way inside the goddamn clubhouse, Roxbury, we was at, and got everybody. Called everybody, told everybody it was on. And there was one guy from the Rams that he didn't like when he was trying out for the Rams. And dude was out there talking shit to him. That's why you didn't make the team, the cut, and whoop-de-whoop. And then scratched his Was that a Benz, the pink one?
The fuchsia.
Okay, that was the Benz.
The 500. Yeah.
Scratched that motherfucker with his key and Shug didn't do shit. Why are you coming to get us and this dude did this to you in your face? Right there. I'd have took off on his motherfucking ass. He ran in there and got all of us. Now we come, all these other motherfuckers start getting out their cars, standing up like, I'm looking like, what the fuck? Look at this dude's neck. I mean, they were some big motherfuckers.
So he was actually a player on the Rams.
Yeah, all of them was.
They got in a big fight.
Team or whatever
big,
it was.
Big fight at Roxbury.
And after it was all over, because we was whooping their ass. We was whooping their ass. They did, I bet you they don't want to fight no more. Because we whooped their ass. And we was standing on cars, kicking them upside the head and shit. They was just so tall, big motherfuckers, fucking them up. And after it was all over, we asked Shug what the fuck was going on. And he said, this motherfucker stretched my car. And the broad that was standing there with the Rams was like, no, he called you whoop motherfucker and stretched your car in your face and asked you what the fuck you want to do. And you left, pretty much ran from the situation and came and got us. But fuck it, after dude them got out the car and stood over there by old boy, okay, now it's on. This is the gesture, y'all just, this is saying like, fuck you niggas, let's go. And shit, we took off.
So you guys basically had like a little rumble.
We whooped their ass. We beat the shit out the Rams.
So that's something Shug should have just handled one-on-one with that dude.
That was a situation.
So you guys came in with misinformation.
Yeah. Well, he never told us what was going on, but these motherfuckers out here tripping. So after the whole thing was over, because one of the twins was the only one that went to jail. And he only went to jail because he was still beating the shit out the motherfucker in the street, kicking him up under the goddamn car, and the police rolled up. But shit, he was at the goddamn office before we made it back. He was out that fast. So by Shug doing what he did, Shug should have handled his motherfucking business as a man. But he couldn't do that because everything else was fictitious. His whole get down was a joke. But now you've been exposed at that point by this one dude. So that's why I say everybody ain't built for that shit. You can play it, but everybody ain't built for it. And everybody don't have a plan B.
So any other characters at Death Row that portrayed themselves one way but were really another way? We mentioned Snoop, Shug,
Reg.
I gave y'all
my
be
honest, that's it. No, you dealt with all of them.
I said
You dealt with all of them, though. I didn't deal with them.
And it don't have to be no street stuff, because, for example, we all know Miss Chalet's story. But when I was young, listening to Miss Chalet, she came off as the most innocent, nice, friendly singer. And then when, as we learn stuff, I'm like, wow.
Yeah, a lot of that she got caught up in. But she was a drunk. But she, she was just like everybody else, doing what they doing to try to get a check. And so that's all. I mean, later, as far as...
because she slept with everybody, or the guys that she did sleep with, Dre and Shug. I mean,
yeah.
Who ain't...
That's all. I'm not hating on that. I mean,
so who goes down as the realest artist?
The realest.
The most solid, the most realist, the most sincere, honest person that ever came associated themselves with the label.
I don't know that was associated with the label, but
SUGE was cool. He was with it for a minute. I'm not gonna say none of the OFTV.
I met Kumo D in 89, 88, and the 88, the Budweiser Superfest. That was the coolest dude I ever met. And the reason why I say that is he was performing, had to perform, and it was a situation between the New York cats out there and the police. And he came out. I had my homeboy Showboat working at the time. It was guys in the concert snatching chains and doing all this other shit. But the police was about to beat the shit out of these guys. My boy Showboat picked the motherfucker up on his neck and was walking this dude all the way down the stairs. Just took him from the police and just motherfucking whoop holding him. And Kumo D came over there, was like, damn, what the fuck is going on here? Woo, woo. That was the coolest cat. And just having the small conversations, you can see he was with it. He was with it, but he was, and his brother was there, and he was just a cool motherfucker. The other ones I really didn't fuck with and didn't talk to.
You know, of late, as an artist, I just want to go back to the artist of late who seems to have been like that. And people are going to be shocked that I said this.
Who's that?
Das. Of late. Not when he was younger, but of late, Das been, he's been out there doing whatever he needs to be doing. I would say Das. Pac for sure.
But even though he told a fake story about Masters.
Yeah, that's just that. But I'm saying that's lying.
According to you, right?
I'm just saying, yeah. I mean, he ain't took no Latin Masters or all of that. I mean, I don't know what he had, but we took it back from his wife. But you know, Das would be out there. You know, I like Das, even though Das always talks shit about me. I still like Das. I can't think of an artist that was about it. Cause that's the second part of the question you asked, right? I can't think of an artist. Quik was definitely fake.
Why you say that?
Quik was fake.
Now, I'm going to defend Quik.
Man, we went to Quik House 3 in the morning. He was scared shaking.
I mean, he's a treetop pirate.
Trayvon knocked on the door.
It don't matter.
Trayvon knocked on the door. Me and Trayvon, the two softest ones on the crew.
It don't matter, man. Your adrenaline, when you about to feel like you in the altercation, man, you gonna start shaking anyway. Because you pumped up, now you feel the butterflies and all that shit, because you know something finna happen.
Yeah. Now he did bounce up and came up with at the office the next day.
I say don't get it twisted. I ain't never known him for being in his hood to be no bitch ass nigga.
Yeah.
Me personally, actually, me and Master Ron used to hang over that way.
Him and Dre didn't like the drama. That's one thing I can say about them. Okay, they didn't like.
But you gotta understand that
they didn't like that.
Shug bring nothing but bullshit.
They didn't like that at all.
And trying to be a bully with everything and everybody.
Yeah. Now he slapped his bodyguard because Shug told him, "You need to discipline him, or I'm gonna do it." For bringing a gun on the road.
Well, let me slap this nigga so y'all don't dog this nigga. Yeah. I got that.
So he did that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. He fired Donzelli from Hollywood. You remember Donzelli?
Yeah.
Because they found out that he took All Eyes on Me album up to the car wash and was up there selling it to Melvin and them at Untouchable Sounds. I don't know. That's a hard question.
Well, there's a lot of guys out there that betray.
Which is cool. I mean, these guys trying to make money. They really are artists.
They're actors. They're actors, really.
Art,
it's entertainment.
And me, artists have different talents. They have
but when you do that, and you're out there rapping and you portraying this gangster motherfucker, you got to think people are looking at that. Kids is looking at that, and they believe in this shit.
That's a good point.
So they start acting that way. Don't portray nothing that you not, because at the end of the day, your ass gonna be in the real world, and you gonna fucking get your wig.
But then you have to do songs like Will Smith doing.
You know, so most of America thought or thinks that Ice Cube was the biggest gangster in Los Angeles through the music.
Yeah.
I don't think he gangbanged a day in his life.
I heard Cass say, "You ain't from neighborhood 60s." You never was. I heard Cass say that.
About who?
About Ice Cube.
Well, Ice Cube grew up in 111 neighborhood.
I heard you told him you ain't from 60s. From neighborhood.
Well, he probably should. He don't want to be.
No, I'm just saying. I guess Ice-T was claiming
you're talking about Ice-T now.
Ice-T. That's what
he
you're
was
talking about,
Ice
right?
Cube.
Biggest, most successful gangster rapper. One of the most successful. For someone that never gangbanged.
Okay, you made money. Once again, these guys made money off of being these gangsters.
Would you say Ice Cube glorified on death row was the most opposite of what they portrayed? And let's say, regardless if they put an album out or not, just anyone who was signed to Death Row, who was doing music with Death Row, who wrote for Death Row, who was opposite of the image that they portrayed.
Daddy Boy, the most.
Well, what kind of image did he portray?
That he was what is it? Heterosexual.
Oh, well, I don't think that's with...
See, you know what, man?
Well, he was writing love songs.
No, I really know this show is not going to be about talking about motherfuckers.
I'm not talking about nobody. Y'all ask a question, I answer the question.
But goddamn, ain't that some shit you just go around?
I think the question had to do with more about the image.
I love that.
Whether it's
I do too.
a street image versus a non-street image,
I got you.
Well, I'm gonna say Snoop, and I don't want nobody to take this wrong. I just think Snoop wasn't like really affiliated, like really into the gangs deep like he say he was, or how he patrol like he just, this
super group.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe he was like that. I think he got more of a softer side than that. I gotta be this tough Crip kind of dude. Whether it was Crip or Blood, it don't matter. I don't think he had it in him. It was him, like he say he is, and I think trying to play both parts and trying to be this type of person got him in trouble a little bit. Because you run around all day trying to be this tough ass cat. At the end of the day, somebody gonna test that ass. Mm-hmm. When that ass get tested, it's a must that you be ready for it. If not, your ass is out. Just like going to penitentiary. If you get fucked one time and CMC and wind up in Folsom, motherfuckers gonna know you've been fucked. It gets there that quick. And just imagine this bullshit and all the little shit that his encounters, he done ran into certain cats. I'm hearing he done got hit or he ran from Trayvon or some other bullshit. Come on, man. That ain't no gangster, man. That ain't no gangster.
He talking about when Trayvon got socked him at the Universal Amp is what he talking about.
Yeah, but shit like that. Yeah. That type of shit you don't run
from. He ran straight to the police with marijuana in his pocket and got arrested.
Yeah, you don't run.
He got arrested with marijuana possession.
What I'm saying is, man.
So basically, he was about to snitch on Trayvon.
Well, it was a bunch of us.
Don't say you was about to snitch on none of that shit.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
Well, he did. Actually, he did. He told. They asked the cop asked him, say, "Well, who killed Tupac?" This is what the cop asked him, and he said, "Oh, the person sitting next to him."
Who said that?
Snoop.
Oh, maybe
that ain't snitching. That's lying, because that's not true. But
and who was he lying on? Trayvon?
He said, "Shug." He was saying the person sitting next to him.
Well,
that's because he's mad.
He wasn't lying.
Slapped. Oh, Negro, please.
He wasn't lying.
Oh,
shit, his money paid for it.
For Tupac to get killed?
No, not Tupac.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody else.
Follow the subject. Follow.
All right, so basically,
boy, they gonna put that out. You gonna be all on the goddamn YouTube tomorrow. Mob James say Shug paid for Tupac to get killed.
No,
please, he didn't say that, y'all.
I didn't say that.
All right, so Snoop was one of those guys that represented an image that
wasn't him.
That really wasn't him.
Fully, no.
Now let me ask the reverse of this question. Who was the realest street cats that were artists at Death Row?
I think Corrupt was more solid than all of them.
I don't.
Corrupt was more stand up to me when I seen Corrupt than those other guys.
I was there when those niggas was crying for protection and help after those niggas after that stuff happened at the El Rey.
Okay, so
we was meeting with the Corrupt and Das because they were scared shitless because they were gas and putting pressure on them after those niggas after that stuff happened at the El Rey.
Okay, so Reggie got a better.
I would say that Trey D is probably one of the realest street cats that I know. He wasn't signed to Death Row, right? But he worked with cats up there.
Big Side was cool. They were solid. El Rey.
Okay, so Reggie got a better.
I would say that Trey D is probably one of the realest street cats that I know. He wasn't signed to Death Row, right? But he worked with cats up there.
Big Side were cool. They were solid.
I never ran into him.
Yeah, but they were solid. They not like they portraying. They not like.
I mean, Trey D ended up having to do some time in prison for
shooting that. But yeah, ask him what he was on when he did that.
What you mean what he's on?
He was on Sherm.
Oh, you talking about under the influence?
Under influence.
So that don't make him a gangster?
I mean, most people
give you a lot of courage.
Most people ever since the '60s, people used to take Red Devils before they put in their work. Now it's
well, most dudes get drunk and high, but I'm just saying he was, and he shot at Snoop, who James just explained to you what Snoop was about. He knew what he was used to pushing up on. He didn't think that he would go to Diamond Bar Police or the LA County Sheriff's and file a police report against me.
Now, I'm interested to know why you think...
Way he walked this way, I thought by him, he was more to himself. He wouldn't really, like, trying to be improved to all these bloods that he was with it.
Yeah, he didn't put no extras on it.
No, he didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes Snoop was always the 2-1 guy. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're a Crip, just because you're a blood, don't mean you have to say blood before you finish your sentence. Yeah, cousin niggas up in my hood, these dudes ain't out there saying that. They ain't did that shit. They ain't did that shit. If you, and then I don't know why they ain't. Oh man, this is crazy. Those are not gangbangers, man. Those are guys just.
Well, they call it studio gangsters.
But when you think about it, there's not one successful. What successful rapper was a real gang member?
Yeah.
It's not. I don't think you can name.
Did somebody from the lynch mob go to jail for killing somebody or something? I don't know.
Most of your commercially successful rappers were never in a gang or gangbang. So, I mean, Trey D is probably one of the realest ones, but he was not nowhere near as successful as Snoop and Ice Cube, right?
So, just like he was saying, Will Smith. So it works, not being a gangbanger. His rap works. Yeah. So why don't them dudes
rap
do that?
Like that? Yeah.
Opposed to sitting out here portraying a goddamn CB4 or some bullshit.
Yeah, you can rap like Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole.
Yeah, stop playing the CB4 game and shit. You know, motherfuckers can put on the wig, Jerry curl, the glasses, the Compton hats, and go out there and stroll.
I think the more realer a gangster you are, the harder it is going to be for you to be successful as a rapper.
Right.
Because look at the ones that have achieved commercial success.
No, the reason why they don't make it is because they overdo it. It just took Shug a little more time to fall off.
Because I got your point. Cause like Sibo, who I think is real, may be real from up there, and he rapped the realest.
They're good at the independent level,
but he don't sell no records.
Yeah.
I think you have to be somebody else.
Who we thought was tight. He's running for city council now, so he showed that he's not. Yeah. So I get your point. I don't know. I get both of y'all point.
All right, guys. I want to thank the two people who submitted those questions.